Well, hi there. Welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And today, the film I'm reviewing is called 65. This action thriller of a movie is now available in select theaters and on video on demand. It's rated PG-13 and is an hour and 33 minutes. I actually really enjoyed this film, and my movie review mom grade is a B. Now, let me explain why. First, I'll give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I really liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, funny lines, if there are any. I like to do that in all of my reviews, and give you some recommendations for other films that I think you'll also really like if you like this one, and vice versa. In other words, if you like those films, you're probably going to like this one too. All right, let's dive in. So, in a nutshell, this dramatic story is about an astronaut who crash lands on a mysterious planet only to discover he's not alone. The film is both written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who also worked together on the film Haunt. Did you ever see that one? The movie was shot in only 40 days. That's pretty impressive. Another thing that's unusual about this movie is that it only had one press screening before its release, less than 24 hours before it was released worldwide. Now, some people will say, well, yeah, because they didn't want the word to get out that the film's no good. But I thought the film was good. So comment down below. Let me know what you think if you saw it. So let me tell you some of the things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, I adore Adam Driver. He'll win an Oscar someday. Mark my words, he's that good. I really wanted him to win for Best Actor in his performance in the film Marriage Story. Did you ever see that one? My mouth just fell to the floor when he was in that total rampage scene. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. It's heart wrenching, and I was just like, wow. However, Joaquin Phoenix definitely deserved an Oscar as Best Actor for what he accomplished in his role in the movie Joker. So, did you know that Adam Driver was a Marine? Yes, thank you for your service, Adam. He gets to use some of his weapons training in this movie. Ariana Greenblatt is such a sweet little treasure and totally adorable. I think I first saw her in the fun movie Love and Monsters, which is a movie I highly recommend. I just enjoyed it so much for its creativity and humor. She also has a tiny, tiny role in the musical movie In the Heights. If you blink, you're going to miss her. But anyway, I'm always happy to see her in films because she always does a great job. She is a terrific young actress with a very bright future in Hollywood. Some of the filming took place in the beautiful Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana. Koa is a Hawaiian word used in the movie that means warrior, and it definitely describes the character well. I'm not going to tell you which character. There are some moments where you feel like you're watching another Jurassic Park movie because there are big bad dinosaurs and they look very realistic. The title gets its name from the fact that we get to see the Earth 65 million years ago. So, yeah, there's a time warp going on. I don't know that that's a spoiler. I think the trailer kind of gives that away a little bit. But still, you're just like, ooh. Now, the emotional heft of the film is a bit cliched, yet it's still very effective, reminding us that family is everything and that the definition of family can be extended beyond blood. There are very good and believable special effects and CGI. As I mentioned, the dinosaurs are really very good. In a year slated to be filled with sequels and franchise additions, the fact that this movie is original is one of its true strengths. Now, critics are not liking this movie. In fact, their scores are rating the fact that they hate the movie. But again, I really enjoyed it. It's very simple and it's kind of a crowd pleaser if you want to see, dinosaurs and people running away trying not to get killed. There's an interesting element of the film that is the two leads and how they don't speak the same language. And so they have to figure everything out, how to communicate in unique, different ways. Now, there were some things that I didn't like about the movie. It's not perfect. First of all, as I said, the plot is simple, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad movie just because the plot is simple. When you look at the fact that what you're seeing is a time warp, that adds a unique element to it in many ways. Now, there are not enough dinosaur moments. If you're seeing this movie for the dinosaurs, you're definitely going to see some and some other weird, bizarre creatures. A few of the dino scenes look like they're straight out of the Jurassic Park movies scenes. For example, there's this one scene where we see a big T-Rex's big snout, emerging from a dramatic waterfall. Like we saw that in Jurassic Park, right? Well, we see that in this movie. It's still fun though. I would like to have seen more of Chloe Coleman in the film. She's another young starlet who is fantastic. I absolutely loved her performance in the movie My Spy, which is a comedy totally different from this movie, but really a cute, fun movie. And sometimes it's really hard to see what's happening in the dark cave scenes. They're going to be really hard to see on small devices if you're streaming the movie on your cell phone or little miniature laptop or TV even. But luckily, they don't last too long. There are some other night scenes, but they're not as bad. Now, let me give you some tips for parents because kids are probably going to be interested in this. We do see some blood and gore. Some dinosaurs die brutal, disgusting deaths. So heads up on that. Lots of violence, of course. We see some dead bodies. Kids are going to be excited to see the dinosaurs, though. So, but they are realistic, like in Jurassic Park. So it's not appropriate for young children at all because there are some very scary, intense moments that can frighten young children. There are people in perilous situations almost in every single scene and lots of destruction. Did I already mention that? So some of the themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are survival. I love survival movies, hope, communication, family, father-daughter relationships, and time, of course. So I didn't write down any funny lines or interesting lines as I'm reading through my notes right now, which is unusual because normally I do include them. But there's a lot of running around and screaming and grunting. And so I guess I was really caught up in the action and wasn't thinking, oh, no, that's an intriguing line. There probably are some. I just missed them, I guess. But let me give you some recommendations for some other movies I instantly thought of as I was watching this one. First of all, I thought of Interstellar because there's some interstellar travel, obviously, with this astronaut and his whole team and all of that, and landing on an unfamiliar planet and creatures and all of that kind of stuff. I really liked Interstellar. And it also had the father-daughter relationship, how it's very complicated and multidimensional even, no pun intended. Another movie I really, really like, I've seen it several times also, I've seen Interstellar several times, is Passengers. Again, it takes these two people as they're projectile spinning through space and puts them in some unique situations. And I really loved the timeline of that and just imagining what that would all be like. And then just sort of because there's monsters and dinosaurs and stuff like that, King Kong, as people are trying to figure out this new landscape and world and trying to survive it because it is not friendly. So King Kong, the newest King Kong, I think, the newest franchise of the King Kong movies, I think, made me think of this one. All right, that's it. I hope that if you watch it, that you really get a kick out of it like I did. Thank you again so much for subscribing and liking my videos and commenting down below. That helps spread magical YouTube fairy dust all over my channel, and I really appreciate that as I'm trying to grow it. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.